Just so you know moments with a twist. Dr. Jackson Dean. Talk show host, speaker, life strategist, author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Are you ready? Just so you know moments with a twist.
This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer, says, I am a talk show host, a speaker, life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Welcome to Just So You Know moments with a twist. I am your host, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean. Well, it's still raining outside. Houston, I want you to know. I want to thank all of y'all for joining us earlier for our interviews with the three heavy hitters for Houston, Texas, Mr. Mark Davenport, Mr. Ladero Hopkins, and Mr. Nolan Davis. Due to the weather, we had a little technical difficulty with their transmission coming through. But all in all, I'm still satisfied because you know what? It only gets better from here. Thank you all who joined tonight for that. So I want to bring up a few points that they made and discuss those who wasn't able to hear them thoroughly because it was going in and out. But tonight's show was very inspiring. I enjoyed talking to those guys. They had a wealth of information to bring to everybody. And so a few of the points that they made tonight that were very good, Mr. Hopkins, Mr. Ladero Hopkins he spoke about relationships. And he made some valid points in regards to relationships. Need to take your business, if you want to take your authorship, your counseling, whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you want to make a move forward, the thing that you have to do is learn to be in relationships. And so Mr. Ladero was speaking about how growing up from 18 on up to the man that he is, he has his ability to build relationships. And that's an important goal to me as well. It's because I want you to get to know me and I want to get to know you. And that way, when we know each other well, we can bounce ideas off each other. I can help you with the things that you need. And so relationships are very important. If you don't have relationships, people that you're trying to work with, it normally doesn't go very well. And so if you haven't started building relationships with people, other businesses, other authors, other speakers, other whatever you're trying to do, daycare owners, your home owner, whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you haven't at this point started to try to build relationships with it, start it. So important, and it's so rewarding to have relationships with others. And so let's move on to Mr. Mark Davenport. Mr. Davenport, as we know, the Wolf on Wall Street, as a former Wolf on Wall Street, he was speaking about learning to reinvent yourself. Sometimes we get positions where we're working things and it just doesn't work out. And so you can't get disheartened when things don't work out the first time, the second time, third time, fourth time, whatever. You have to keep moving forward, to keep pushing and pushing until you get so. But it comes a time doing it's not working for you, then maybe you have to reinvent yourself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with reinventing yourself, as Mr. Davenport said. Find something that interests you. Find something that you can work at being, and reinvent yourself. No one has to be the same person, the same thing for the rest of their lives. Put in 20 years at working at job A as such and such. You can put in 5 more years, 10 years in job B or career B or career C or career D, whatever it is. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you can't reinvent yourself, because you can. And I reinvent myself all the time. I'm always trying something new. It keeps you alive to me. I think it keeps you alive. I think it keeps you interesting. I think it keeps you from being predictable. It shows how versatile that you are and a person. The third person who spoke on my show tonight, Nolan Davis, he spoke about something that I've always talked about, and that's sharing each other's greatness. He didn't say it in those words, but that's my take from it. Sharing each other. And what that means is, if you have friends, you have family members, you have just acquaintances that are trying to do something and they're using social media as a platform to be shared. Social media is a platform to make people aware. Social media is a platform that we all should be using to our advantage while it's free. For some reason, I don't feel like it's going to be free forever. And so while it is free, take the opportunity to build relationships by sharing each other's greatness. So if you see someone else doing something, such as myself, Dr. Jackson Dean, with my shows or whatever, you see it pop up, share it. Share it to your page. Share it to your friend's page. Share it to different groups that you're in. If you see another friend doing something, share it. Share it to your page. Share it to your friend's page. Share it to my page. Share it to other groups. But just help each other out. If you haven't been doing this up until this point, start doing this. Conscious effort to help each other. Have to get into the mode of unity. Have to come together, and we'll have to start pushing each other out there. We're gonna have to show each other that we support. Okay? And so everybody's quiet tonight. I think y'all scared that the audio is gonna go out or whatever, but I thank you all for being here. I want to also invite you to my event that's coming up. It's going to be October the 6th. It's Father and Princess Party. It's a dedication to my book, The Tea Party and the Prayer. I think y'all know that I wrote a book entitled The Tea Party and the Prayer. And so what it's about a little girl who's very curious, very inquisitive, and she has a lot of questions. And she's talking to her mother, she's talking to God, and she's talking to her friends. And guess what they're doing? They're having tea parties. And so I thought this would be something cute to bring to my listening audience, to the city in regards to a tea party. And I wanted to connect it with the fathers, because every princess needs to know that her father for her. He's there to protect her. He's there to lead her through her life. He's there to explain things to her. And so it's very important. And so we wanted to make sure that the fathers got together with their princesses, and we want to help them to have a more cohesive relationship. And it's all about relationships. Having a lot of issues with sex trafficking, children coming up missing here in the Houston area. And so this particular event is one that we want to bring the fathers together with their daughters. And you don't have to be the father. You could be a mentor father. You could be the godfather. You could be an uncle. You could be a cousin. Oh, you could be a brother. Bring your sister, bring your niece, bring your cousin, bring your granddaughter, bring your daughter. But visit us online at fatherandprincessteaparty.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets. Now for the moms, I know you think, what about us? What about us? This Father and Princess. But guess what, Mom? We have made an option for you to be able to come as well, as a guest of the Father and the Princess. But this is going to be so memorable, so magical, so beautiful. Oh, everything is, you have to be there. We're going to have a crowning service for the crowning ceremony for the young princess and the father. We're going to have the Father and Princess dance. Good evening, Kim. We're going to have etiquette training. We're going to have girl talk. It's going to be so much going on. It's just going to be a very, well, I wouldn't say event, but it's going to be a ceremony. It's going to be a ceremony. It's going to be a beautiful ceremony for our young princess. And the atmosphere is going to be one that you have never ever seen before. It would be something that would not be in memory for you, but very much so for you. And so let's get this relationship together. Hey, Miss Brooks, let's get this relationship together with these fathers and these daughters and have them, y'all come on out and enjoy the ceremony for fathers and princes too. So, hey, Roy, I'm looking forward to you being at the event, princess, or your princesses. But tonight was a very good show. I truly enjoyed it. With so much of the weather changing with us here in Houston, you just don't know what to expect with audio and technology. But it happens. Well, guess what? I can't let that can't sweat. Because guess what? I always tell y'all, what is this? This is a practice lab. This is a practice lab for me until I get to my national and international TV talk show. And it's going to happen. And so that's pretty much all I had to say. Hey, Aunt Louise. Hey, Darcelle. Glad to see you here. But if y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about or say before I sign off, I just wanted to know everything's Houston is wet. There's a lot of flooding going on around here. But I thank God that so many people are reporting in that they're safe. Don't forget about the tea party for the fathers and princes. I want you all to come. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we're going to have sponsorship packages for businesses, for organizations, for authors and speakers. If you want to put your event, your auxiliary, or your organization, your business in the spotlight, contact me, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean at drlashondajacksondean@gmail.com. And your girl will put you on. I want to put you on. We're going to put on for the city. And that's what the sign said. I put on for the city. We're going to put on for the city, y'all. The tea party. Father and Princess Tea Party for the Tea Party and Prayer is going to be off the hook. They're going to be talking about it forever, and I want you all to be a part of it. So, everybody say hello. Hello, Aunt Louise. Hello, Miss Shirley Brooks. Hello. Hey, George Doc Houston. There at my event. And I also want to talk to you about a sponsorship package. But that's pretty much all I have to say tonight. I just want some of the things in Kim. I just wanted to give y'all what after party, after show, the after show, after party from the show tonight, and tell y'all how things went on. And it was just wonderful. Thank y'all so much for joining. And please stick with me. I know sometimes it seems like technology is doing its own thing. Sometimes it is, but guess what? We're going to keep do that bad boy until we get it right. And you know me. If it's anything that I'm doing, I'm going to keep at it until I get it right. And that's what I plan to do, is just keep working at it until I get it right. So I just want y'all to stay with me. It's going to be a journey. But guess what? It's going to be well worth the ride. Thank y'all for joining me tonight again for the Just So You Know Moments with a Twist after party for the after show. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. And we'll see you next Thursday night at 8 p.m. Y'all have a blessed day. But don't forget to get your tickets at fatherandprincessteaparty.eventbrite.com. Thank y'all so much. See you later.